Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I am joined by Ben on my left.
Hello, I am probably not on Jake's left.
No, I accounted for that. And on the other side is Tom.
Hello.
How is our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with you boys.
We haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh.
We've done a lot of rush dueling research.
Oh yeah, we've done a lot.
Yes, but it's not to say it's been a Yu-Gi-Oh Void weekend, is it?
No, so we've been trying to build Rush Duel at every possible opportunity. Rush Duel is a lot more expensive than I gave it credit for. So
yeah.
And the cards are quite hard to find as well.
Yeah, like a lot of decks just play like the same staples. So like all these super rares are just like $8 to $10 cards each. And it's made things a little awkward, but we're getting there. Prawn Man, we found it for the cheapest today, and then Tom decided not to buy it.
I want to buy the play also because everything's warped here.
Prawn Man was $9, Tom.
It's warped.
It's like $18 back.
I will pay
$18
$18 at Akihabara.
You could have just bought the Prawn Man.
Yes.
Wait, did we do a locals before we left that hasn't been on the podcast? Yes? No?
No.
Tuesday didn't fire, did it?
Tuesday didn't fire. Did we do a podcast after last Sunday?
Yeah.
And I won locals.
It was just you and I
Ah,
that were on the pod.
Yes. Well, I won locals then. Rescue Ace, best
Yes.
deck. Let's go. Let's not get a crotch shot in on this podcast. So, yeah.
NolanTCG after hours.
So we've just been hunting like relentlessly for TCG products here. Like there's a bunch of stuff that I've picked up. Today I managed to find in Osaka the Dark Magician Girl Magic Cylinder 20th anniversary playmat from 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, okay.
I picked that up for $100. Like,
Damn, that's pretty good.
I saw it and it was on the spot. Like I will buy this right now. Outside of that,
Very
we
nice.
haven't really bought much like regular card game product.
I bought a Dark Magician.
Oh yeah, we each bought a Dark Magician. I bought.
What language was it in?
Tom got Portuguese. I got Spanish. So I got. What was it? Spanish? I got.
Oh, was it Italian?
Maggio. No, Spanish. I think
Okay.
it was like Maggio Obscuro. They were both first at originals. So
I'm not going to
like-
say what Tom's is.
I will not say the name of the
no.
one I purchased.
Yeah. That's probably the only actual like TCG/OCG product that we've bought outside of Rush Duels. I come here with the plan to buy Max Rudy Rescue Ace.
It
It's
doesn't
just
exist.
sold out everywhere. Like literally everywhere.
It's
Max
funny
Rudy
that when
Rescue
it's
Ace is
actually
sold out.
meta in the OCG right
Yeah,
now,
like-
that getting your hands on it would be difficult.
When it's the best deck, it's impossible to find, turns out.
I had this thought, sorry to cut you off, I had this thought the other day, like, you didn't really like the tier format because you didn't like playing tier and you didn't like playing against tier. So, quick question, how are you going to go in Rescue Ace mirrors when they become prevalent?
Oh, that's fine. It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not luck based on what's getting flipped off top of the deck.
I don't know. I feel like you're going to not like it.
It's gonna be fine. And who else is gonna play Rescue Ace? Are you gonna play Rescue Ace, Jake?
Probably not. We'll see. Hopefully there's other options.
Good luck with that. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Anyway.
That's been most of our adventure. We bought some cool things. And yeah. We'll probably do like a full thing when we're back in person in a few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I have power again, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we haven't mentioned that.
Oh, yeah, should probably
Jake
address
is
that.
in like the kind of dark here. He's a floating head right here where the window is being replaced by Darkside Jaker.
It is a good view as well.
It's a good
Yeah,
view.
I'm coming to you straight from the set of Blair Witch Project 3.
The camera doesn't pick up
so
the
yeah.
view here of Osaka, but it's been replaced by Jake's face, so you don't get to see it either.
We had this planned for last night when I had power.
Oh, yeah.
But Ben got too drunk and we couldn't. So now we have to do it tonight when I don't have power and Ben's sober.
I posted this in the Discord, but I got really drunk watching the World's Final.
For context, I had to go get him dinner from
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Tom had to go and get me sandwiches from 7-Eleven to try and get me to sober up. all that did was make me sleep. Yeah.
Oh,
7-Eleven sandwiches are really good here.
7-Eleven here is just really good.
7-Eleven here is OP.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we
I
also got
mean,
the
if you
Russell
want
Brand.
high chews from your local 7-Eleven,
Oh,
good luck, because
yeah.
those are all gone.
We didn't talk about a Haichu adventure.
Yeah, that's
so-
why I mentioned it now.
Yeah, me and Tom went all over Tokyo looking for the 7-Eleven promos. So it was one per person per store. You had to buy 3 Haichu products to get 1 promo. Keep in mind, the Dark Magicians were gone everywhere. So the 7 cards were Dark Magician, Buster Blader, Dark Paladin, Marshmallow, then a Rushtal's version of Gaia, Curse of Dragon, and Gaia the Dragon Champion.
Well, they're all Rustal promos, aren't they?
No. The first 4 are regular OCG product, then the other 3 are Rushtal.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were all Rustal.
No, they're not
Okay.
all Rushtal. So we searched everywhere, and the day it was supposed to release, we went to the 3 7-Elevens near our
Yeah.
hotel. All of them were just like, we don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, no problem. So we then went. We gave up and we were like, oh yeah, they must have already sold out. Next morning we walk in a 7-Eleven because there's a 7-Eleven
Every 50 meters.
but there's
so.
there's literally 150 meters from our
Yeah.
hotel. We walk into that one first thing in the morning, and like I see this guy who I was like, "You're a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm gonna follow you." And I followed him, and they had this little stand set up with like all the promos except Dark Magician. Well, there they were missing Dark Magician, Dark Paladin, and Buster Blader, so they only had the Marshmallow and the 3 Rushtal promos left. So I was like, oh, sick. So I grabbed the first one, messaged Tom, was like, hey, they've got them. Tom comes out of the hotel. Then the adventure begins. We go to the next 7-Eleven, which is 20 meters down the road. Got the next promo. Then ventured to another one that was in Akihabara, which was sold out already. Which is
I don't think they even had them.
yeah, I just don't think they ever got them. Then we were like, well, today we're going to be going out to... I can't remember where we were going that day.
All the secondhand store.
Yeah, we were going out to Shimokitazawa. We were going out to Shimokitazawa. But we were like, oh, let's stop in... Because you had to go through Tokyo. And so we're like, oh, we'll stop in at Tokyo and we'll go to the Pokemon Center. So we go to Tokyo, and like literally every 7-Eleven we're stopping and we're picking up promos, but no Dark Magicians anywhere. We get to the Pokemon Center, and I'm checking Google Maps, and it says there's meant to be a 7-Eleven in like around the Pokemon Center in Tokyo, and we're like, we can't find it. Maybe it's in the skyscraper. So we go around and we go in like the back entrance, and like the lady who's like the guard to stop you from getting into the skyscraper is like, oh, Pokemon Center, you're at the wrong entry, you have to go outside and wait. And we're like, no, 7-Eleven. So we jump in, like, she's like, oh yeah, okay, 7-Eleven, this way. Shows us the elevator, and she's like, 6th floor. Like, okay, we're going onto the 6th story of effectively it's a salaryman complex, to go to a 7-Eleven, which was just like a private 7-Eleven for employees of this building. We get to the floor, and they have the Dark Magician promos. Like, we were probably the first people to walk in there that day that were after the Haichu and Yu-Gi-Oh product. So that was insane. We like walk up, we each grab a Dark Magician, and like the guy behind the counter is just like, who are you people? And we're like, oh,
How did you get in here?
Three Haichu, please. Here's my Dark Magician. And then like we went to leave and go back the way we came, and then a guard came up to us and was like, oh, if you want to go to the Pokemon Center, by the way, there's a back entrance here. And we're like, sick. Awesome.
Sorry?
Yeah.
So there's a hidden entrance to the Pokemon Center.
Are you sure this person was a security guard? Like, I'm pretty sure she just helped you break into 2 places.
Yeah, they pretty much did. But the security guard outside of the 7-Eleven was like, oh, if you want to go to the Pokemon Center, this elevator takes you down, but the elevator's locked until 11 because the Pokemon Center doesn't open till 11. So he's like, at 11 the button will work. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is like 5 to 11. So 11 rolls around, we hit the button, sneak in the back entrance of the Pokemon Center. Easy. It was a good trip.
What the fuck?
We have so much Haichu, though.
I don't know. The word Haichu
Honestly,
gives me PTSD.
bring it back to me. I will happily eat all of it.
See, here's the issue, is that Tom's run out of space in his luggage. And there's a
Ship
whole
it
bunch
over.
of space being taken
Ship
up
it over.
by Haichu.
Ship it. Ship it.
Look,
Bring it to
I'm
me.
just going to plan on eating it in the hotel room over the next 10 days.
This is going to be a high chew
There is
vacation. Yeah, high chew time.
High chew recommendations.
High chew time.
High chew review.
We got all the
Okay.
high chew.
We have
much.
so much high chew.
So, yeah, do I chat about my week now?
Yeah, talk about
Yeah.
your week, Jake.
Yeah. So on Tuesday, locals was again cancelled. Again, we're going through teething problems with new store ownership and trying to work out new employees, all that kind of nonsense. We did get a locals over at the other store again this Thursday, just passed. Did I end up winning? Yes, I think I did.
This is
Yes,
what Japanese
I did
painkillers
end up
look
winning.
like, by the way.
Didn't get anything from my OTS, but Luke got a Ulti Fenrir, and I did pull the Cosmic Quasar Synchro Secret thing, so I've got that as well. But then Sunday rolls around, locals is happening, and I decide, as I usually do, to buy a few packs before the round starts, and I pull this, the Magicians of Unity
shit.
and Faith.
I didn't know you got that.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that in the chat? Yeah, I put that in the chat. So yeah, that was a nice little surprise.
That card's $1,000 here, by the way.
Sorry?
That card's $1,000 here.
Yes.
We went to a shop today and they were selling it for $1,000.
Or the OCG one or the TCG?
The OCG.
The OCG one.
Oh, okay. They probably won't buy this one. So yeah, I'm currently
We also
negotiating
can't
with
sell
a couple
cards
people
to
to
them.
sell this little guy and make myself a tidy little profit. Also came second on Sunday with Unchained. Deck's quite fun. I think some people just sort of give up, even though the deck pretty much does the same thing. Like all of their second effects read the same. It's like if you destroy them, they float. People kind of got sick of that, and they're like, "I can't be bothered. I just don't want it anymore. I don't want to think about it anymore."
Just remove them other
What
ways.
deck did
it's
end up?
fine. Just remove them other ways. It's fine.
Yeah, well, that's what people ended up working out. It's just like, oh yeah, if I spin them or send them, it's fine. But yeah, sometimes I didn't give them a choice. Other than that, I've been playing a bit of Master Duel as well, ranking up a little bit. Now the new season's sort of underway, so yeah, it's all coming together. And then yeah, as we're about to chat, we sort of were watching Worlds over the weekend as well.
Worlds was actually not that bad. Like,
Yeah, it was weird.
They-
There were some
Swiss
aspects
kind
of
of
it I
sucks.
expected. Some of it was a little odd.
yeah, the Swiss factor was interesting. Like, they were always going to do, like, the big fancy thing. They at least normally, in the past, have done this, like, stupid-ass setup. Well, it's not stupid-ass setup, but they normally have, like, general Swiss being played in a back room somewhere. And they normally at least put one match on the stage the entire weekend, whereas this time they were like, no, we're going for, like, this huge grand stage. We're not going to put any matches on the stage. We want to save it for the final to unveil it, which makes sense, but at the same time, maybe don't have the venue you're streaming from look like a school.
Or a basement.
Yeah, it looked like an office building, and it probably was. Like, it just looked bad. And it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, we want to save like the sort of grandiose part for the grand finals and all that kind of thing, but I wouldn't show the rest of it.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
at least make some attempt of disguising the fact that it's in like a chemistry lab from a high school.
they probably should have put up like those promo screen roll
Yes.
things behind them, just
Yeah,
to like
they should have
cover
done better
that.
to screen it.
Yeah,
Because, like, imagine you've gone through all that effort as a player, you've flown out to Japan, you're ready for your thing, and then they just usher you into, like, an office space and be like, there you go, sit down.
like
Like, it probably does feel a little dejecting to be like, oh, this is it? This is the thing that I've put all my time and energy into?
according to Bowden though, like it was an environment designed to try and get the most competitive play out of people. Like, they took away all distractions and were just like,
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
what you are doing, focus. So apparently everyone had a really positive experience. Like, they were all brought over here by Konami. They were treated well. Like, we bumped into Joshua Schmidt and Dinkabui at Radio Kakan.
Oh, yeah.
They were all brought over ahead of time, given a couple of days to like look around and, like, for example, go to Akihabara, get whatever they needed to get, and then they were put into this just hyper competitive. It's a very stale environment, but it's an environment with no distractions. They were all given tons of space. They couldn't like overhear or lean onto like other people's tables. They were all given the best environment possible to perform. I guess.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose. So yeah, on the final day, I've got a little bit of a top 8 sort of cut here. I did have a nice little thing here before, but yeah, we're working off bare bones here with a lack of power. But basically, you've got a couple of Dragon Link, Tenny Sword Soul, Vanquish Soul, and a couple of Rika San Avalon in the top 8. I can't remember if there was anything else.
No, it was just those. It was
Yeah.
interesting to see people's deck choices and how quickly it all fell apart. Like, apparently there was a large amount of VS players there, but the only issue is that if you know how to play against VS, it's pretty easy to beat, and all of these competitive players just cooked it.
Yeah, because I know it wasn't just the thought of us in sort of the cowboy sort of sphere, but a lot of people did have their money on Labyrinth to take this one out, just because it was a deck that wasn't really hit in any capacity. It still had a lot of powerful cards like Eradicator.
Tom was all in on Lab. Tom was all in on Lab.
Yeah, and
Trap
it just
deck.
didn't have much of a showing. Like, it had some in the lower tables, but yeah, overall, it really didn't have much representation at all. Yeah, like Rika San Avalon, there's realistically, it's mainly a lot of Euro players that tend to be on that particular deck.
Jessica's a very good pilot of it, but again, it's the
she's
situation
crazy.
where if you know how to beat it, it's fairly easy to beat. So
Yeah.
a lot of these players were well versed, and when they had the opportunity to win, Jessica was gone. Like, top 8.
Yeah.
You're in top 8. Your opponent had the upper hand, and you're out. Bye.
Yeah. So the finals ended up being between Paul Aronson from the US, piloting Bestial Dragon Link, and Juan Mateo Augusto Reniera Pastor from Peru on 10-year Sword Soul.
It was a pretty one-sided final as well. Like,
Yeah, like,
never
in
really
some
felt like
respects.
Jose was in it.
USA.
Yeah.
USA.
Like, it does feel like sometimes Sword Soul is a bit glass cannony. Like, if you can disrupt them super early and they just don't have the right cards, they're gonna just capitulate. They're just gonna fall apart.
And like, I think, was it in that game 2 where he just opened like two ofs, and then like 2 other cards didn't really do anything?
Yeah.
It was like evenly.
It's one of those
evenly-
things, like, you can really spiral out of control with Tenyi, but you need to open the right cards, and he just didn't.
No, not really.
So, yeah, as hinted, Bestial Dragon Link did end up winning. There were some pretty significant hits to that deck too, but at the same time, you can play around those. Like, Chaos Space searches you your Libellion, which is a one-of, which searches your Magnamut or your Druis, which are also one-ofs. And other than that, I don't know if the deck was hit in much other sort of capacity, was it? Like, I think most other dragons are still what they are in every other sort of TCG to OCG.
I think it was all the same, but like realistically, like Mags, not really needed. That deck does all of its stuff from the extra deck and off like 1-card summons. So yeah, when you can also make H-Seal and just threaten that you're going to pass and get nibbed, and then just be like, oh, okay, I'll win. That does a lot. That does a lot.
So yeah, well done to Paul for the win. So with that in mind, applause. So with that in mind, we do have some new prize cards that were given out at the tournament. So as they do every year, there's new match winner cards. So
We'll get them
I'm just
reprinted
trying to
in
pull
a
up
year.
the
It's fine.
name of these. So one of them, the second place one, was Gade Brigio, the Waterfront Warbeast, which is the new Dino match-winning card.
Yeah, it's like a Dino Tribute 3 attack for game.
Yep, level 7 Dino needs to
a
tribute Dinos.
Dino that tributes 3. It's Victory Dragon, but
Yeah.
it's a dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And then for first place, they have a Spellcaster one, which is effectively just a rebrand of Dark Magician, both in
Victory
artwork
Dragon, but it's Dark Magician.
and in stats. So Masterful Magician, Servant of the Sanctuary, same sort of thing, level 7 Dark Spellcaster, 2500 attack, 2000 defense.
2000
and
defense.
Same thing.
Outrageous.
Yeah, no,
2100.
he's only the Ultimate Magician in terms of attack, not defense.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, very nice looking cards, but both main deck monsters, whereas in the past couple of years at least, they seem to have been trying some different stuff.
Were they pendulum monsters?
Like with links and pendulums and stuff like that.
Were these ones pendulums?
No, both of them are main deck monsters.
Interesting. Because, like, for a while there, they were just printing them all as pendulums to be like, they come back?
Yep.
But no?
Yep.
Interesting.
They've done a couple links as well. I think the last ones that we had, which were 2019 now, they were not pendulums, link monsters from Recollection.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was like the Link 7? Big ship?
I don't know if it was Link 7, but it was a big link monster.
Okay.
Big
Sure.
shit.
But then, Master Duel and Duel Links also got some specialty mats. The Master Duel ones have Blackwing Full Armor Master.
I don't get the current obsession with Master Duel and that card.
They love that card. I don't understand
Is it played?
No.
No.
It's just the Blackwing boss monster.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's just there.
It's the Blackwing card that's
and it's
unaffected.
also really bizarre giving Master Duel competitor a physical play mat.
Use it as a mouse mat.
That's also a thing. That's a playmat you can get in Master Duel. Like,
Yes.
it's just something everyone
It's not a play
can
mat
get.
you can get in Master
Or
Duel.
is it sleeves?
You can get the sleeves, and you get the icon, and you get the background, and you get
Do
you got the royal rare as like your free card when they were doing a celebration thing a little while back.
Yeah.
Do they actually get Master Duel rewards for doing well in Worlds?
I'm not sure. Nothing that they've stated,
Okay.
but it
I
would
don't-
make
I
sense,
don't
right?
think
Like
they
if
do.
you give them
That's
something.
quite funny.
Like, in Duel Links, it's like,
Um,
you get free supply.
Just on that as well with the Master Duel worlds, I don't think that I'm a big fan of the format that they do it in, the 3v3.
I enjoyed it as it went on. Like, the fact that it became a case... Okay, because it was always effectively a best of 9. So you
Yes.
always at least had the ability for all 3 games to be played, unless your team just got fucking destroyed. At which point, you deserve to lose. Like...
So the issue I had with it is that, like, I understand that they had to do it that way because it's not practical to do it any other way, but having all 3 matches on at the same time
Yes.
was really hard to watch.
It would have
Especially
taken
when, like, the
all day,
matches
though.
that, like, if the match is going on up the top, like the main one that they had focus on, because there was one big one and 2 little ones, right?
Yeah.
If the big one at the top, which, like, I think it was Sprite vs. Runic was the very first one I saw.
Yep.
When that match started going poorly, all I wanted to do was swap over to the other ones for something a little bit more interesting because I'd already written him off. I'm like, he's done, let's move on. And you just can't in that format. You could on Master Duel, as far as I know. If you were watching along on Master Duel, you weren't watching with commentary, but you did get to pick, I want to watch this guy.
I guess like a solution to that could be like having like a stream A, a stream B, and a stream C, right?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
one
I
main stream
think-
with commentary, if that makes sense.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
like, it would have been cool if they had the ability, like an app where you could just touch between the matches, but apparently you could on Master Duel.
Yeah, but yeah, the thing you forego with that is the commentary, so you do lose out a little bit. But at the same time, a lot of the commentary is like, oh, he's taking some time to think. You can see that. And like in Master Duel, there's less of the back and forth of being like, oh, I'm not sure if he could make that move and all that kind of thing. It's like, we know he can make that move.
Marcello's favourite line is, he's taking some time to think here.
The other cool thing I noticed too when I logged into Master Duel last night is that you can actually watch back on the world matches. They have them saved that you can go into the little Master Duel worlds tab down the bottom and you can re-watch those finals matches and the like the stuff they did before as well. So if you wanted to catch up or anything, or if you wanted to just watch the matches again, you can go back and do that.
I think, in retrospect, they probably should have done the final as a, you play game 1, you play game 2, you play game 3, you play game 4, all the way through to 9. But I guess that takes away from that urgency of, oh no.
Yeah, you lose that, like, that thing of being like, oh my god, his teammate just lost, he needs to win this to keep him in, like that sort of excitement aspect of it.
I guess
but at the
also,
same time, it was...
I guess it was also like a bit of a time constraint thing as well, right? If they did it one by one by one by
if you
one.
did like a best of 9 live, it would take so long.
At least it's all only game ones. It's just one game. Yeah, like it'll
Yeah, I
take
suppose.
its
And everything's
time.
automated. It's not like you need to wait for them to shuffle and hand back the deck and then cut it and then hand the deck back over and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like you feasibly could do it, but I think in future they should probably move it to like a more standard, like, sort of, the thing, like a standard setup.
Given how grandiose they were trying to make like the final as well, and that's like the new thing that's arrived since the last time we had a Worlds. It would be big for them to have been like, no, we're going to play all 9 games individually on stage. Let's make like a huge thing of it.
They did make a huge deal out of Rush Duels, though.
Not really.
I mean, comparatively.
Well, once you saw the final grand stage of Worlds, it made that Rush Duels thing look kind of crap.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Duel Links also got a physical map for reasons I don't understand, which has Yuya and Odd Eyes Raging Dragon, seeing as though Pendulums have only just made their way on there, as well as some links and things.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pendulums made their way on there like 3 years ago.
It's new to me.
I was watching Worlds and I saw someone put a clear wing in the extra monster zone. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? They have EMZs and salad.
That is a thing.
Well,
I was going to look up what was going to, like, the top decks of Duel Links, but then I realised I just don't care.
So, top decks of Duel Links is Crusadia, because they have all Crusadia cards and Kaijus.
And Mech Knights.
I tuned in for a Crusade. It was Crusadia versus Speedroid, and the guy made, like, Crystal Wing and then other shit, and I was like, oh crap, Crystal Wing's in this game, and then his opponent went, Kaiju, make the Crusadia Avramax? No, the other one. The Link 3. And just went punch for game. And I was like...
Equimax, yeah.
Yeah.
Equimax.
At least Equimax can only pick up 2 arrows, but one's a kaiju. Doesn't really matter.
True. Very true. So, we'll move on to some product news, I guess. So we'll start with the upcoming Soul Burning Volcano set.
Wait. Konami's big announcement was that they're doing a tournament in the Tokyo Dome for the 25th anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the big announcement, that they OCG get a tournament that we don't. Hooray. Soul Burning Volcano comes out not too far from now. So we now have the full set contents. And they are bad.
That's hot garbage.
Is that the Salad reprint set?
Yeah.
Where they're reprinting the structure deck in booster packs?
Yeah. And they're giving them a ghost rare of the Link 2.
Yeah. Oh, Sunlight Wolf?
Yeah.
Why not
Yeah,
Mirage
Sunlight
Star or
Wolf
something like
as a ghost rare is the highest rarity that's available within that whole set. There's a whole bunch of Salad Ultras and some Ultras for the Volcanics. I haven't seen... Oh, there's like maybe 1 or 2 Ultras for Battle and Boxes, but for the most part, this is just tragic.
Let's all build Battle and Boxes.
It's so bad. Like, it's honestly borderline a waste of cardboard.
Or it could just be a full waste of cardboard.
Shocking.
Is anyone
Absolutely
actually
shocking.
going to buy this?
Not even Josh would buy this, because Josh does buy products.
No.
Yeah.
Josh will hope that someone else buys it to then sell to him, but he won't crack it.
Yeah, I think the issue is that the target market of Salad doesn't buy Yu-Gi-Oh product.
Yeah, they are aiming this at the wrong people. Yeah. And the thing is, if they wanted to aim it at the right people, they could have just added more generic stuff in there that would have been appealing to buy. But there's no, like, good generic reprints.
So this
it's
set
all
doesn't
just
have the generic Pyro
shit.
Searcher, does it?
No, I think that one's coming out in the main set, isn't it?
It doesn't even have the card that you would expect to buy it for.
Sick. Thanks,
Just
Konami.
double checking. I could be wrong, but I'm just double checking. I don't think I am.
I don't think it's in there. I'm fairly sure I saw the set list.
No, it's in Age of Overlords.
Sure.
That's the new set currently out here, right?
Yeah, it's out here. Yeah, the set that's just come out here. Which has the one card support for that stuff's actually really cheap here.
Oh, yeah, it's got the new Labyrinth card, right?
Yeah. We saw that lab card today for like 50 cents. It's like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Makes sense. Well, they do multiple rarity printings over there, so yeah, you're going to find multiple rarities.
Revolution
to
Synchron here
sort of suit whatever budget.
is $1.
Thrust is also like $1.
Yeah.
Yep. Also makes sense.
If you want to play
moving
cheap,
on.
it's really cheap. We're fairly sure we found a place today that was selling a Pearly Core for $8.
Ooh.
And
did you tell Bragg?
No, we didn't tell Bragg. We probably should tell Bragg. But
Yeah.
yeah, they had a Pearly Core for $8, and I think they had like a common Rescue Ace core for $8. But we didn't you could only see the front card, and we were like, what if it's not a core? Let's just leave this behind.
For $8 though, surely you just get it.
I was already spending $100 at the store, so
I spent too much money on Crane
Yeah, so what's
games.
another 8?
yeah.
What's your problem?
Tom did spend a lot of money on Crane games, and Tom's gotten worse at Crane games over the years. At one point, man's like, it's perfectly set up, and he's like, I've got this. Misses the flush. Just missed it.
My depth perception is horrible. Much like Jake's eyesight.
I was like, okay, good work.
Oh god.
Meanwhile, I got my Curious George.
So, moving on. A little while back, we got the hint from V-Jump that there was a new rescue monster coming. We now have the full effects of Rescue Hedgehog.
We got it? What's it do?
Yeah.
What's it do?
So, once per turn, banish this card, special summon 2 level 3 or lower monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level, 1 vanilla, and 1 effect, but the effect monster's effects are negated, and destroy them during the end phase.
So that's this month's V-Jump promo?
Yes.
Okay. I need to buy V-Jump when we get back to Akihabara.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's actually really good, and like you could actually see quite a few decks making use of this because like there's some stuff that can trigger if it gets sent to the graveyard. Sometimes you just need like a tuner and a non-tuner that's like semi non-restrictive. So I could see this seeing some play.
I wonder when we'll get it reprinted. Probably end of the year reprint set.
We might get an Age of Overlords.
Oh, maybe. We haven't even gotten the one that was last month's V-Jump promo yet, so I doubt we're going to get it for Age of Overlord. Probably end of next year. Well, they haven't even announced the card yet, Jake. How are they going to reprint it in a set that's already through the printing press?
When is Age of Overlord out for us?
I'm going to
Not
say
for another couple
like
months.
2 months away.
Because we only just got Duelist Nexus, right?
Yeah, it'd be 2 months away. Let's just say 2 months away from now.
But yeah, if nothing else, he's very cute. So I'm looking forward to when he gets released.
I've got to go check out the artwork for this now.
It's like Rescue Ace and Rescue
it's just
Hamster
a little
and
hedgehog.
Rescue Rabbit. Yeah, Rescue.
Rescue.
They're all Rescue Ace cards. They're the
He's got
support
Fireman on the
for
brain.
the Rescue Ace. Yeah, it's just a hedgehog one.
Okay.
We'll go buy V-Jump promos. V-Jump, he's like $5, by the way.
Just get it then. Get your Breenac promo.
I already did.
I should get one.
Oh, perfect. There you go. Oh yeah, you put that in chat. Yeah. So next we have an announcement of another OCG product coming towards the end of the year. So this is Terminal World. So this is
the dual terminal
reprints and retrains of cards from the terminal dual terminal lore. The ones that they've mentioned by name in the little press thing are Ice Barrier and Infernoid. But there's a whole bunch of other archetypes that are in there, including like
Infernoid's in that
and
set.
Ritual Beasts.
Infernoid is dual terminal?
No?
Yeah. It's all part of the same lore.
Oh. Not
I
actually.
thought Infernoid was in the same lore as like Shadol and stuff.
Which is part of the same as Gem Knight, which is part of the same as Ice Barriers, which is part of the same as the Ally of Justice. It's all the same.
Okay, sure.
I thought dual terminals were just the machines that you put money in and they give you the cards out.
Yeah, but they had their own lore behind
okay.
the cards you got. Yeah.
I thought you tried to
Nah,
just
there was a lore. There was a lore to it. You could play the actual thing and learn,
because I know that
or you
could
could just
skip.
you could just hit the skip button.
Yeah,
and
no one ever
cards
actually,
out.
no one ever actually did the duels. They just were like, no, I just want the pack list.
Skip.
Just give me the Trish. Just give me the Trish.
Trish. Feed $100. Trish.
Okay. So it's not saying that there's new cards, but it is saying there's new artwork of existing cards. So we've got some alternate arts on the way. You get at least one super. All of these are for OCG, so it doesn't matter. But they do get a piece of Exodia to commemorate the 25th anniversary, which is an ultra rare as opposed to a 25th QCR.
It's not a Quartzy Resi.
Oh no. Oh, so no, they are doing Quartzy Resis. It's just the guaranteed piece of Exodia doesn't seem to be a Quartzy Resis.
Okay.
Because they get 12 commons in quarter century, 24 commons in ultra rare, ultra parallel rare, secret rare, or secret parallel rare, and all that kind of stuff that they usually do. You know, multiple printings, much be nice. So yeah, some more details are coming out in the next couple of weeks in the next Shonen Jump mag. So you'll be able to pick that up and tell us.
Yep, we will pick it up and we will tell the world of what I put through Google Translate.
So that moves us on to our Discord. If you weren't aware, we do have Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Actually, a new news tab has come up. I'm just double checking. Masterville news.
It's they're getting Cash Tiers coming out on the 10th.
Yeah.
Fenrir has been put to 2.
We're also getting the new Draco Slayer stuff, which is cool. And Chaos Angel seems to be getting a sort of accelerated time frame
through, yeah. But like, I'll take it because it works in Dragon Maid, so sure.
Yeah,
Chaos
you take
Angel.
it. In saying that, though, it's not to say that Cash Tier is coming in full power, because Cash Tier Fenrir will be semi-limited upon release.
I already told the people, Jake. Well,
Does that actually do anything?
So shut up.
It doesn't do anything. Unicorn's the one that matters.
Correct. So back to our Discord. As I said, feel free to jump in and ask us some questions. Our first question this week comes to us from Ryan Guan. What did he used to call himself? I'm sure I've seen that picture before, but he's changed his name. Which set of god cards is your favourite? The Egyptian gods, sacred gods, or Norse gods?
I'll be real. I read this question
and
already.
Which god is your overall favourite? Huh?
I read this question already, and I immediately started disregarding it because the answer is the Egyptian gods. If you think the other two are better, then you suck.
It's not a question of which is better or worse. It's which is your favourite.
Well, it's the Egyptian gods. And again, still, if you think it's one of the other two, you should be shot. So then I was like, but which printing of the Egyptian gods is my favourite? Because it's the Jump promo printings. The Jump promo printings are the best.
The Jump promos are real nice. But yeah, I think mine are the Egyptian gods too, and it's purely, like, they're all trash. They're all fucking terrible cards. But the Egyptian ones have nostalgia factor for me, because that's the era of which I came into the game. So I guess of those three then, Ra, Obelisk, and Slifer, which of those three is your favourite?
I change on a whim. I think it's Slifer, but there's days when it's Obelisk, and there's one time a year it's Ra.
The Day of the Sun. Yeah, I think mine's probably going to be Slifer as well. It just seems to have the most utility of any of them.
It
like,
pops.
You sort of just slap Ra and Obelisk on to, like, end a game, whereas you could, like, feasibly summon Slifer at the very beginning and just sit on it for a little bit.
Just floodgate out your opponent's salad deck. That card does legitimately almost floodgate out salad.
It kills salad.
Everything's 1,000. Pop, pop, pop. They summon Bailings, pop.
Hear me out.
Very fun.
Hear me out. Ra comes from the sphere mode, so it has to be Ra.
Yeah, true. Sphere mode does see the most play. Tom's got us there.
True. Very true. Next question comes from 656. With Synchro being the current extra deck favourite in the current product cycle, how long do you think will it take before we get another oopsie like Halka Fibrax? We're kind of already there. There's a few too many good Synchro support cards floating around at the moment, and it's all going to come to a crux.
I think there's a bit of an issue with when Revolution Synchron starts to hit like the wide open market, that card's gone. It's a problem. It's not a huge problem, but it's a problem. And I'm going to try and pick some up when I get back because I want to mess around with some weird Revolution Synchron shit. It's going to be fun.
Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to when that comes out, but I can see it becoming a problem eventually. Like, realistically, if it becomes too prevalent, eventually the King Calamity Archfiend's going to have to go.
And that's fine. There's no problem at all. Ban it. Doesn't matter.
Man's hating on my boys.
Your boys?
My Resonators.
When have you ever played Resonators?
I played Resonators as like a secondary deck around the time that we first versed at YCS.
I
had it in my bag.
When was this?
This is 2017.
Like 2017, yeah.
Yeah. Jake was playing Mermail, a significantly better deck. Jake, what happened to you?
I did. How dare you? How the fuck dare you?
Jake fell off.
You stupid bitch.
I used to be like, damn, Jake has maybe some kind of rarity of Mermail. Damn, I respect that.
And then he sold it.
Yep. He sold it for nose beers.
How don't you dare. That is slanderous. I will sue you.
I've just realised the way that Jake's sitting and the way this is going to look on recording just looks like he's just looked down at me the entire time. Okay, next question, Jake.
Bragg asks us why Konami hasn't figured out dual discs yet.
Oh, they did figure out dual discs. Me and Tom bought them. We're going to show everyone how it works.
No, he did. Konami did, rather. It's called the Metaverse. We're just going to move Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the Metaverse, and we're all going to play there.
No, I don't want to buy an Oculus product.
I already own one. I don't want to admit it.
How dare you, Tom?
And then our last question this week comes to us from Tuesday's Noob. Now the Worlds is over, how long before a new ban list comes out?
What day is today? Approximately
the 7th of August.
It's 4 weeks away.
That is really close.
4 weeks. When I come back from Japan, we'll do a ban list prediction episode.
And they're gonna unban Mystic Mine. Woo!
No,
they're really not.
Oh, come on!
Don't come on me, you stupid bitch. You had it way longer than you were supposed to.
I think Jake's now made a point of trying to turn a bit more when he talks, instead of just looking off to the. Okay. But yeah, 4 weeks away. We'll do a ban list.
So yeah, feel free to let us know what you believe will be addressed in that coming ban list, which we'll discuss in a couple of weeks. Are we doing a pod next week while you're still in Japan, or are you back by then?
I'll still be in Japan, but you probably won't be on the podcast next week. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, Jacob. Okay. I'll be hosting it probably with Bragg and either Blake or Tom.
Is it because I didn't have power?
No, this is just an awkward setup, and that way we can just record it on the fly somewhere.
And we can do it in the YouTube studio.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do this at the YouTube studio in Akihabara last night, but I got too drunk.
See, instead you're doing it in kimonos with no underwear on.
I got underwear on. I'm about to go to the pool.
Are you actually?
I'm gonna edit this podcast and then I'm gonna go to the pool.
Is it open still?
Probably not.
Time to find out.
You can go to the onsen.
I had the
thank you
onsen
all
on the TV.
very much for listening and watching to this week's Scuffed Japan edition. Join us all, well, not all of us, because I apparently won't be invited back next week, and we'll catch you all then. Peace.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye. I say bye.